This is not clickbait, and watch this video till the end to see why life needs to be imperfect. Let me begin by asking you a very simple question. Do you have a perfect life? Are you satisfied and happy with what you are and what you have? Perhaps very few may answer yes, but may not be able to describe what is the perfect life, what is the perfect person, and what is the perfect achievement. On the contrary, those who say no will give many reasons to describe about their imperfections. There is an interesting story about a so-called perfect man who calculated his life from the present to the future and accordingly made his preparation for life meticulously. He prepared for a lifespan that would certainly end at the maximum of his 90th year. Accordingly, he spent every penny he earned and lived lavishly. He also started his blissful life after his retirement, as everything seemed perfectly happy as per his plan. Eventually, he got to his 90th as planned. At the end of it, everybody expected his end would come in great style. As expectations grew for his grand death, the gentleman himself was counting and counting, and to his disbelief and to his dismay, the much anticipated event of death didn't come. He was perplexed and went into a state of shock when he saw that the stone which he threw up, expecting it to travel a certain distance and fall to the ground on time, didn't happen. Such is the truth of life. Walking along towards the horizon, you'll find the horizon has actually moved away. Every time when you think you've reached the last one, that one is never the final one. You continue walking, discovering newer and newer horizons. The theory of evolution, which we believe is the fundamental theory of life, implies that everything in the universe is still evolving, and hence it's imperfect, which is why there's always big room for improvement. Therefore, life must be ever-changing and be ever-dynamic, a journey towards improvement. This leads to another important fact of life. That is, life is limited by time, space, and circumstances. And therefore, though, life is short, precious, and not repeatable. Our past and present is what we have, and our future is unknown. Till this moment, what has happened is our past, and probably we didn't have control over certain factors because of a lack of awareness, actions and surroundings, whereas all our achievements till now could be assigned to certain facts, circumstances and actions that we knew and that we control. Let us ponder about our now, the present. The present is the most precious moment in our life because it is at hand now, and we can in fact define our future to a great extent by our present thought and actions, which is also described as developing a purpose and action plan within a time frame. Let us start with defining the purpose. Suppose you're completing your master's studies and distinction is your purpose. Where do you want to do it? Maybe in Harvard or Stanford. This is your location, or the space, and each space or location offers you many beautiful amenities, surroundings, scholarships, comforts, academic facilities, etc. This is your circumstance. You'll be living in the place of choice for 3 or 4 years, and that's your time frame. You'll be planning all your actions from day one to the last day in order to achieve your purpose within that context. That is a 3 to 4 year time frame in a location called Harvard, and in given circumstances, which also includes your family's involvement, the teachers, your fellow students with whom you'll interact regularly, as well as your physical support systems. Everybody has to have or needs to develop a purpose in life, because this limited life also offers many opportunities to live it fruitfully with meaning and purpose. You can, with all your consciousness, set goals both in the short and long term, which have to be measured by certain yardsticks like whether they are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-bound, which we call smart goal setting. Accordingly, you'll also develop your action plans with strategies like cooperation, collaboration, and so on. Once you start acting upon your plan, you are in fact starting to live a life according to your own defined path, and you become the master of your own path, master of your own action, master of your own goal or destiny. When you live your life, you live every moment of your life, which probably includes moments of joy, sorrow, pain and pleasure, happiness, sadness, sense of loving and being loved. Your moments are filled with ups and downs, glories and disgraces, senses of victory and senses of defeat. All these are part and parcel of life, and they are the spice of your life so that you enjoy your life. It's said that there's no sense of gain if you don't have a sense of pain. All these are indicative of momentary and transient states of mind, and they always make you feel inadequate and imperfect. At the same time, they all push you to try, strive, look for, seek, and drive you into a state of challenging the present. Who should be your idol in life? Who should you emulate? Look at a child, a toddler who keeps on trying to stand up in spite of repeated falls. Who does he follow? Perhaps he follows his own instincts and his own inner urge rather than imitating anybody. When you grow up, your mental, physical, spiritual, and intellectual growth is mostly in proportion to your capabilities, your inborn qualities, your circumstances, and the people surrounding you. Therefore, there's no ready-made role model for any individual to emulate in totality and become a carbon copy of that role model. In essence, each of us are unique and different, in spite of many other similarities. You'll always find yourself competing with your present, fighting against your inadequacies, struggling to overcome your limitations, and becoming as capable, efficient, and strong a person as possible by competing with yourself, not with others. Because if you imitate others, you are not doing anything extra or different than what a monkey does. It's also said that those who follow others' footsteps leave no imprint of their own. The beauty of life lies in becoming more and more you, with all your imperfections and shortcomings. The bottom line of this discourse is life needs to be imperfect because it's evolving, and there's always big room for greater attainment. Life teaches us 1. Never compare yourself with others because you are incomparable. 2. You should never be a blind imitator because you can never enjoy borrowed life. 3. Compete with yourself so that you'll be competent. 4. Live your own life and be yourself so that you'll be really happy. And 5. Express yourself and give a dynamicism to all your talent and potential so that your life becomes richer and fuller. Comment below if you agree with us, and do subscribe to us for similar weekly videos.